dear students, this is your question number quiz number 2. The question number 10 is your theory question. Question number 10 is a theory question. We'll continue the quiz 10 also in this video. So let us start the question number 9. So in this question, in the figure shown, the value of current I in amperes. Value of I in amperes. So this value we have to find. That is nothing but the current flowing through this branch. So let us do this problem in n number of ways. So let us do this problem with normally, with the nodal analysis, with the mesh analysis, with Norton's theorem, with Thevenin's theorem. Let us see with superposition theorem also. Okay. So first of all, we'll see this problem with nodal analysis. So with the help of nodal analysis, we are trying to find I. So let us assume, so this is a node. Let us assume this is a node, and at this node, assume the voltage is V. Assume the voltage is V, and so what type of concept you have considered in the node analysis? Always consider the current is outgoing from this node. If there is no any like current source, so in this branch already they have given a current source and whose direction is towards the node, so no need to change. Like in this branch, just consider the current is outgoing. So let us apply KCL, at node. Apply a KCL at node. So this is the voltage, and we are assuming that the current is moving out of the node. So what is the convention? Always the current moves from higher potential to lower potential. So it means that from V2 it is moving into this branch. So V minus, this current is pointing to positive terminal. So V minus 5 by the resistance is 5. If I have minus plus, here you will get your plus, V plus. Now apply, here the current is outgoing. So V plus V minus, so this is a branch, this 5 ohms and these 10 ohms are in series. These 5 ohms and 10 ohms are in series. The same amount of current flows, whatever the I, the same amount of current flows through this 5 ohms also. So V, and this is your ground. So at this point you are having zero potential. So V minus 0 by 15. V minus 0 by, why I am considering 15? 5 plus 10. Why I am considering 5 plus 10? Because whatever the current I is flowing, it is the direction, it is the path of this I. It means that here also same I current flows, here also same I current flows. Then only it is possible to get I current in this branch. So if current is same, then we can consider they are in series. So 5 plus 10, 15, which is equal to, this is your outgoing current. So according to the KCL, algebraic sum of outgoing currents equal to algebraic sum of incoming currents. So these two are the outgoing current, this is your incoming current. So which is equal to 1. Which is equal to 1. Just wait a while. So which is equal to 1 year. Let us take LCM. By taking the LCM, you will get here Here you will get 15. So 15. So 3 times. So 3V minus 15 plus V equal to 1. So from this, what will get? 4V minus 15 equal to 15. So 4V is equal to 30. Then V is equal to 30 by 4 volts. 30 by 4 volts. It means that here we got the value of V is 30 by 4 volts. So from this point to, so the current is flowing from V to, this is your zero potential. So what will be the current? The current I is equal to, the current I is nothing but flowing in this branch. So whatever the current which flows through the 10 ohm, the same amount of current flows through this 5 ohms. So I want to find I. So I is equal to, V 30 by voltage by resistance. So I is equal to voltage. What is voltage? 30 by 4, and the total resistance is 15. So I is equal to 30 by 4 into 15. So here you will get 2 by 4. So which is 2 by 4 is nothing but 1 by 2. Then I is equal to 0.5 amps. Here we got I is equal to 0.5 amps. Let us keep aside. Here we have solved. With nodal analysis, we got I is equal to 0.5 amperes. So let us see the same problem with mesh analysis. That is with nodal analysis. Let us solve the same problem with mesh analysis. So in the mesh analysis, we have to consider, here we are having two smaller meshes. This is your first mesh. This is your first mesh, and this is your second mesh. But if you observe here, in the between two meshes, we are having a current source. So while discussing mesh analysis, we have considered a concept of super mesh analysis. Super mesh analysis concept is applicable whenever there is a current source between the two meshes. If I have a current source between the two meshes, which makes our problem easy. So let us consider this is a current I1 and this is current I2. Mesh 2 with current I1 and this is your I2. So let us apply KVL here. So in this branch, this is the independent branch, this is a common branch, this is the independent branch. In the independent branch, the mesh current flows. So let us assume okay. So let us apply KVL. Apply KVL to first mesh. Apply KVL to first mesh. By applying KVL, what you will get here? Minus 5 plus 5 into I1, and so if it is a super mesh, what we have to do? For the two meshes, we have to apply at the same time. So we have applied KVL here. Again we have to apply KVL to this branch. So how much amount of current flows? I2 current flows. So plus 5 into I2 in this plus 10 into I2, which is equal to 0. This is equation number 1. Next, so by observing this, This is the direction of your I1 and this is the direction of your I2. So this is a common branch direction, current direction. So for common branch current direction, I1 is in opposite direction, I2 is in same direction. So we can write I2 minus I1 is equal to 1 ampere. From this we can write I2 minus 1 equal to I1. This is your equation number 2. Simplify equation number 1. If you simplify equation number 1, minus 5, 5I1, 5I2, 10I2. So from this 5 minus 5 plus 5I1 plus 15I2 equal to 0. So substitute this, let us consider this is equation number 3. Substitute 2 in 1, 2 in 3, 2 in 3. Substitute 2 in 3. In the place of I2, in the place of I1, just substitute I2 minus 1. So by substituting it, minus 5 plus 5 into, in the place of I1, I2 minus I1. So I2 minus I1 plus 15 I2 equal to 10. 15 equal to, sorry, this is not 10. So minus 5, 5I1, this is 0. This is 0. So this is 0. So let us continue here. So what we got here? So we got minus 5 plus 5 into I2 minus I1 plus 15 I2 is equal to 0. So I2 minus 1, I2 minus 1, not I1, I2 minus 1, I2 minus 1. So minus 5 plus 5I2 minus 5 plus 15 I2 equal to 0. Minus 5 minus 5 minus 10, 5 15 20, 20 I2 minus 10 equal to 0, 20 I2 equal to 10, then I2 is equal to 10 by 20, so 1 by 2, which is equal to 0.5 amperes. What is this I2? I2 is nothing but the current flowing in this branch, that is current flowing through this 5 ohms, current flowing through this 10 ohms. I want to find this I is nothing but your I2. So I2 is nothing but your I is equal to I2, which is equal to 0.5 amperes. So here we got I is equal to 0.5 amperes in mesh analysis. Here we have applied super mesh concept. Let us see the same problem with Thevenin's theorem. Let us see the same problem with Thevenin's theorem. So let us erase this. So what is the Thevenin's theorem? Thevenin said that the total network except where you want to find the response, that is replace it with a equivalent network which contains one voltage in series with the resistance. It means that I want to find the response, that is of current across this branch. So what you have to do? First of all, according to the Thevenin's, you need to remove this branch and you need to make open these terminals and name these terminals with some A and B. Name these terminals with A and B. This is according to the Thevenin's theorem, and write that load resistance RL is equal to that 10 ohms with RL. That is your 10 ohms is represented by the load resistance. So we have done. I like while discussing your Thevenin's theorem, I have given 5 steps. So what is the first step? In the first step, we have to remove the load resistance and we have to name that open terminals with AB and we have to name that load resistance with RL. So here we have named the 10 ohms with RL. And the second step, what you have to do? You have to do some current distribution and apply KVL. So here the zero amount of current flows. So apply KVL in this branch. So if you apply KVL in this branch, that is of mesh analysis. if you apply mesh analysis in this branch, just let us take this is one mesh. If we apply mesh analysis, this is a current I. If I consider this current I, so no need like from this, by observing this circuit only, you can say that what will be the value of I. This I is nothing but it is opposite to your 1 ampere. So directly you can write I is equal to minus 1 ampere. I is equal to minus 1 ampere. If I equal to minus 1 ampere, we have assumed that the current flowing in this branch 5 ohms is, this is the current direction. This is the current direction. So what will be the value of I we got? I is equal to 1 ampere we got. I equal to 1 ampere we got. So I equal to minus 1 ampere. If I equal to minus 1 ampere, so this I current which flows through this 5 ohms, if I equal to minus 1 ampere, then voltage across 5 ohms becomes 5 into current flowing through it, that is I. So 5 into minus 1, which is equal to minus 5 volts we got. It means that we thought that the current is flowing like this. But according to the value we got, I equal to minus 1 ampere, actually the current direction is, this is the current direction. So your polarities for your voltage changes to, this is your plus and this is your minus. Now it becomes plus 5 volts. If I consider plus minus here, then that is your minus 5 volt. Here I have considered this is your minus polarity and this is your positive polarity. Then what will be the voltage at this point? So this is a open terminal. So zero amount of current flows through this I. I is equal to something, the current of, so current in this branch is 0. So the total amount of current flows through this circuit only. So let us consider what will be the voltage at this point. Why I am considering voltage at this point? Because here the current is 0. If the current is 0, then the drop is 0. So this, whatever the voltage which appears in this branch, the same amount of voltage will be appeared across these terminals, because they comes under parallel. So here we got I equal to minus 1 ampere, V 5 ohms is equal to 5 into 1, we got 5 minus 5 volts. So let us take this circuit. If I consider this circuit, here you are having plus 5 volts, here you are having minus plus, that is your 5 volts. Then what will be the voltage at this point? Plus minus minus plus. So apply KVL here. Some voltage will appear, plus minus, consider. So minus 5 plus V equal to 0, then minus 10 plus V equal to 0, then V equal to 10 volts. It means that here what will be the value of voltage? This is your 10 volts. Here we got 10 volts. So here we got I value and the voltage value also. So in the Thevenin theorem, so what we have taken here, we have to imagine one Thevenin's voltage, that is VTH. Here we have to assume a Thevenin's voltage VTH. So what is the voltage here we got in this branch? V equal to 10 volts. In this branch we got V equal to 10 volts. Here we got I equal to 0 amperes, because of open I equal to 0 amperes we got. So the voltage drop here it is 0. 0 volts. So whatever the voltage which appears across this branch, the same amount of voltage will appear between this A and B terminals. So from this observation we can write VTH is equal to V, that is equal to 10 volts. So here we got VTH is 10 volts. Now we have to find RTH. So how to find RTH? For finding RTH, we have to replace voltage sources with the short and current source with the open. It means that you need to replace this voltage source with short and we have to replace this current source with open. It means that what you will get, let us draw a equivalent circuit for finding your VTH. So here we have to make short and here one resistor and here open, that is your current source, and here one more resistor, and between these two terminals you have to find your RTH. So because of this open, you can eliminate this total. You can eliminate this total. Now tell me, this is your 5 ohms and this is your 5 ohms. This is a point A, this is a point B. So let us draw. So this will be the equivalent. This is a point A, this is your point B. So between this A and B you are going to get RTH. This is your 5 ohms, this is your 5 ohms. So how these 5 ohms and 5 ohms are in series. So the total resistance between A and B becomes your 10 ohms. So RTH we got here 10 ohms. RTH we got. So according to Thevenin's theorem, we got VTH and we got RTH. Let us write here VTH. So this is your VTH. VTH is 10 volts and RTH is 10 ohms. Now we have to connect our load resistance. Our load resistance is, what is the load resistance? That is your 10 ohm. I want to find current I. These two are in series. So the total current I is equal to, so whatever the current which is supplied, the same amount of current flows through this 10 ohms because of they are in series. So total current is equal to total voltage by total resistance. So total voltage is 10, the total resistance is 10 plus 10, which is equal to 10 by 20, which we got 10 by 20 is equal to 1 by 2, that is your 0.5 amperes. So with the Thevenin's theorem also we got with 0.5 amperes. This is with node analysis, this is with mesh analysis, this is with your Thevenin's theorem. So same thing we have to apply for Norton's theorem also. Same thing we have to apply for Norton's theorem. So let us see the same problem in Norton's theorem and superposition theorem. Let us see with the Norton's theorem. So what is our problem? So our problem is, here we have one voltage source, that is your 5 volts, and one resistor and one current source and one more resistor and one more resistor. So here you have a 5 ohms and it is 1 ampere. Here it is 5 ohms, here it is 10 ohms. So what is the first step in the Norton's theorem? So with respect to the steps of Norton's theorem, which are very equal, so some only one or two changes you will get. So here RTH is equal to Norton's equivalent, that is of your RN. Only while like open in the Thevenin's theorem we have to find open circuit voltage, here we have to find short circuit current. So this is your 5 volts. So what is the first step? You have to name this load where you want to find. I want to find the response across this branch. So through this 10 ohms I want to find the current I. So first of all we need to name that resistor with the RL. So we have named that resistor with RL, that is your RL equal to 10 ohms. And the next step is, what you have to do? You need to remove this branch. You need to remove this branch and you have to make this branch for time being just short it. For time being just short it, and whatever the current flows through this branch, that is named as IN. That IN is nothing but your Norton's current. So I want to find this Norton's current. So you can follow anything, just I am following nodal analysis. So let us assume here the voltage is V. Let us assume the voltage is V, and let us consider this is a outgoing current, this is outgoing current, but in this branch they have given already it is of incoming. Apply KCL at node. By applying KCL at this node, what you will get? V minus 5 by 5 outgoing current, and outgoing current is plus V minus 0 by 5, because in this branch we are having a current which is outgoing, that is V minus 0 by 5, which is equal to 1. So V, here the denominator is common, so V minus 5 plus V, which is equal to 5, then 2V is equal to 10, then V is equal to 10 by 2. Here we got V is equal to 5 volts. Here we got V equal to 5 volts. That is nothing but this is the value of V, that is V equal to 5 volts we got. Got my point? Here we got V equal to 5 volts. If V equal to 5 volts, I want to find this current. Because the same amount of current flows, that becomes your, if the current is, if I consider this is your I current, if this is the I current, the same amount of current flows through this branch. That is nothing but I can consider this is a current across your 5 ohms. So I can consider IN is equal to I through your 5 ohms. The same, whatever the current which flows through the 5 ohms, the same amount of current flows through this branch. This is a normal wire. So how much amount of current is flowing? So this 5 ohms branch is at higher potential of 5 volts, and its lower potential is connected at 0 volts. Then current through this 5 ohms is equal to what is the voltage? Voltage applied to this 5 ohms by resistance. So what is the voltage? Voltage is 5 and the resistance is 5. So 5 by 5 is equal to, here you will get 1 ampere. Then I 5 ohms is equal to how much amount of value you got? I 5 ohms is equal to 1 ampere. This IN is nothing but I 5 ohms, which is equal to 1 ampere. Here we got Norton's equivalent current is IN is equal to 1 ampere. And similarly, RTH is nothing but your RN. So whatever the procedure we have followed for RTH, the same. So RTH is equal to, while finding the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, Thevenin's equivalent resistance, just follow the same procedure. While following that, RTH is equal to RN is equal to how much amount of value you got? 10 ohms. So let us write here. Let us draw a Norton's equivalent circuit. So Norton's equivalent circuit is equal to, here you are going to have one current source, that is your IN. That IN is nothing but your 1 ampere in parallel to a resistor, that is your RN. RN is nothing but your, from RTH we got, that is your 10 ohms. Now connect your load resistance. What is the load resistance we have considered? RL equal to 10 ohms. Now connect the removed load resistor here, that is your 10 ohm. Now find the current I. Here the current is, entering current is I is equal to, that is your, this is your I 10 ohms. Here IN is equal to, IN is a entering current to this node, and this 1 ampere current is divided or bifurcated into these two branches. By applying current division rule, or by applying by observing itself, you can tell that I, that is of I is equal to I 10 ohms. This is the I. So I 10 ohms is equal to, you can directly write it as a 0.5 amps, because here you are having two equal resistors. So whatever the current is coming to this node, that is equally divided into these two branches. So I10 is equal to 0.5 amperes. Otherwise you can draw, you can write like this, I 10 ohms is equal to I 10 ohms is equal to total current into, for this opposite resistance is this Rn. So that is also equal to 10 by total resistance is 10 plus 10, that is equal to 10 by 20, which is equal to 1 by 2, which is your 0.5. So with Norton's theorem also we got 0.5 amperes. So last, don't get bored, just last is superposition theorem. Let us verify the same problem with superposition theorem. So like this, if you do any problem, then you will get some confidence. Okay, so I can, so it means that you will get a conclusion that okay, any problem can be solved in n number of ways. So let us solve, just have a patience. So let us solve this same problem in superposition theorem. So let us consider this is your plus or minus 5 volts, and here this is your a current source, that is your 1 ampere, and here you have one more resistor, and you are having one more resistor here. This is your 5 ohms, and this is your 5 ohms, and this is your 10 ohms. Now here you are having, I want to find the response here. I want to find the response I. I want to find current flowing through this. But according to the superposition theorem, if I have two or more sources, then the total response across any element is equal to sum of individual responses by considering one source at a time. Here we are having two sources, that is your 5 volts and 1 ampere. These two are the one voltage source and one is a current source. So step 1, the step 1 is consider step 1 is consider a voltage source, consider a voltage source 5 volts, and open the current source, because if it is of current source we have to open the current source, open the current source. By opening the current source, the circuit becomes like this. By opening the current source, here we are considering only one source only. Here you will get a response, that is your, let us consider this is your I1. In this the current is I1. Now see this, here we have considered only 5 volts. So let us consider this is your current I. The same amount of current flows through these 5 ohms, because these 5 ohms are in series with 10 ohms. So this total circuit is in series. So whatever the current which is the total current, that I is equal to, here I1 is nothing but I, because they are all in series. So I is nothing but total current. So total current is equal to total voltage by total resistance. What is the total voltage? Total voltage is 5. Total resistance is 5 plus 10. That is your 5 plus 10, which is equal to 5 by 20. 5 by 20 is 1 by 4. That is your 0.25 amperes. So here we got I1 is nothing but your I, which is equal to 0.25 amperes we got. That is with respect to your 5 volts. With respect to your 5 volts. Now what you have to do? You have to find the response across your 10 ohms with respect to your current source. So for that one, we have to follow for step 2. Go for step 2. Step 2, consider current source, current source 1 ampere and short voltage source, short voltage source. So by applying this step, so what you will get here? So this total branch is shorted. This total branch is shorted. Here you have to consider your current source, that is your 1 ampere. Current source 1 ampere. So if you observe here, the current is coming to this node is 1 ampere. It is get divided like this. it is, this is previous one. So it is get divided into this, some amount of current flows into this branch and some amount of current flows into this branch. I want to find I2. So let us consider this is a response I2. Let us consider this is your I1 current and this is your I2 current. So this is your total current. The total current is coming to this branch and it is divided into, let us consider this is your I current. So it is divided into I1 and I2. So I can apply here current division rule. So by current division rule, by current division rule, by current division rule, by current division rule, I want to find current in this branch. So whatever the current, this is the I2. So the same amount of current flows. This I2 is nothing but this I2, because these two are in series. I want to find this I2. So by current division rule, I2 is equal to total current is I, that is 1 ampere, into opposite resistance. What is opposite resistance for this branch? Opposite resistance is 5. So 5 by total resistance 5 plus 5 plus 10. So totally 5 plus 5 plus 10, which is equal to 5 by 20, which is of 1 by 4, which is equal to 0.25 amperes. How much amount of value we got here? I2 equal to 0.25 amperes. Now, according to the superposition theorem, total response is equal to, total response across 10 ohms is equal to the response I1 plus I2. This I1 is due to plus 5 volts. This I2 is due to 1 ampere current source. So which is of 0.25 plus 0.25, which is equal to 0.5 amperes. So I equal to how much we got? 0.5 amperes. So this is with nodal analysis. This is with super mesh analysis. This is with Thevenin's theorem. This is with Norton's theorem, and this is with superposition theorem. So with respect to all concepts, we got 0.5 amperes. So answer for this one is 0.5 amperes. Thank you.